welcome to a new thing I got going on. I'm Matthew from MMA Freak, and I am doing something that was inspired by my colleague here at MMA Freak, Edson Valenzuela, and it's going to be Today in MMA History. This is going to be a new thing. This is going to be inspired by his series of articles. So, and when I say inspired, I may on occasion actually do one of his articles, but for right now, it's just gonna be inspired. So, on this day in MMA history, I am addressing. It is August 25th, 2007, and UFC 74 took place at the Mandalay Bay Event Center, which I'm not sure how many. I guess it depends on the availability of the T-Mobile Arena, since the UFC seems to be making that for the foreseeable future their home base. I mean, they went to the Mandalay Bay Events Center for a lot of things, and also, a bunch of other venues in Vegas. But the T-Mobile Arena seems to be their base now. But so, anyways, on this day, so it was UFC 74. So, the major thing was that Renato Sobral got cut following a submission that he would not let go against David Heath because he felt he was being disrespected. So what did he do? He held the submission until the guy passed out. He was subsequently fined by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, and he was cut from the UFC. Needless to say, his career never really was the same after that. He did win the Strikeforce Light Heavyweight Championship, which only helped to elevate that belt. But after that, he never really went anywhere. He tried some stuff in Bellator and didn't go very well. George St. Pierre faced Josh Koscheck for the first time and won against Josh Koscheck for the first time. And this was the first time we actually got to see his. Well, actually, no, it wasn't the first time we got to see his wrestling in plays. We saw that against his first win against Matt Hughes. But, he beat Josh Koscheck, and this was the last time he'd lose a round for the longest time in his career. And also remember is that 2 fights later, he'd beat the UFC welterweight champion again. After he beat Koscheck, he faced Matt Hughes for the interim light heavyweight championship because at the time Matt Serra was injured, and then he faced Matt Serra again and very nearly broke his ribs. So that was yeah. And then in the main event, you had Randy Couture defeat Gabriel Gonzaga. It was a title defense again for his UFC Light Heavyweight Championship, and this was the last time he would successfully defend a UFC title. Because after this, the whole Fedor thing and his resignation and blah 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 would take place. So, yeah, and so yeah, it was an interesting. It was a very interesting fight card, and it was a historic one. And yeah, that took place today in MMA history. I am Matthew from MMA Freak. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.